Alright, I got another collection update video for you guys today, and possibly in this one or the next one of the titles that I showed in my haul video yesterday will be showing up again. So we'll see how long this first portion takes me, and then I'll determine after this first stack of cases if I want to continue and do this stack at the same time or do a separate video for it. Up first for today we have The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. This one was a very, very funny action romantic comedy. Very, very funny. It is PG-13. Came out in 2022 and is 111 minutes long. In addition to Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, we also have Daniel Radcliffe and Brad Pitt in here as two other names that I recognize. Although Brad Pitt's in it very briefly. Yeah, maybe the same amount of runtime he had in Deadpool 2 as the Vanisher when he actually showed up as Vanisher, but well, maybe a little bit more than that. He probably has like 2-3 minutes tops of the whole movie when it's mostly Channing Tatum's character. So yeah. Next up, we have Lost in Space, the movie from 1998. This one is 130 minutes, PG-13. And do I recognize any of the cast members? Gary Oldman and William Hurt are in it. Theirs are the only two names that I recognize on the back of here. But yeah, here is Lost in Space, 1998, the movie. 1998 being the year that it came out. And then we have Love and Basketball right here. I think this is one I got for free when Dad brought it home from work one day. It is PG-13, 127 minutes long, and I don't recognize any of the cast members listed here. So yeah, looks like it's a sports movie. Not usually my favorite genre, but I'm gonna give this one a chance and see if it's any good. Because there are a couple of sports movies that I like, but not very many because sports goes over my head. Like this. Sports. Then we have another Sandra Bullock movie. This one is Love Potion number 9. It's in a thin case. Hers is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. It is PG-13. Came out in 1992 and is 99 minutes long. Alright. I kind of like having small or like skinnier cases like this. It means I can stack more in cases in a particular stack. Next up we have Luca. So far I just have a DVD, but this is one that I want a triple format because I thought this was a really good Pixar movie. Came out in 2021. Is rated PG. 95 minutes long. And it doesn't have any voice cast information, it looks like. Or if it does, I'm not seeing where it says featuring the voices of. But really good movie. I really enjoyed that one. Next up, we have Luther with Alfred Molina is in this one. That's cool. Alfred Molina is the only name that I recognize on here, though. Here, and that's him right there. not from Atlanta. On the back of here, is there other names that I recognize? Nope, not really. Okay, so this one is PG-13. Came out in 2003, so I think a year before Spider-Man 2, and is 2 hours and 4 minutes long. Yeah, check this out. It looks really cool. It's about Martin Luther, the brilliant man of God, whose defiant actions changed the world in this epic, ravishingly beautiful film that traces Luther's extraordinary and exhilarating quest for the people's liberation. Regional princes and the powerful church wield a fast, firm, and merciless grip on 16th century Germany, but when Martin Luther issues a shocking challenge to their authority, the people declare him their new leader and hero. Even when threatened with violent death, Luther refuses to back down, sparking a bloody revolution that shakes the entire continent to its core. Wow. That sounds really cool. Next up, we got a bunch of Madagascar titles. We got Madagascar 1 right here. This one is PG. Came out in 2005 and is 86 minutes long. I think they're all PG. I'll point it out if one's not PG, like if it's rated G or something. But otherwise, at least the first 3 are definitely all PG. A couple of the holiday specials might not be rated or something, but anyway. It also has a short called The Penguins in a Christmas Caper, which is rated G. Okay, a theatrical short because it said as seen in theaters. Okay, so I don't know how long the short is, probably like 5 to 10 minutes or so. But anyway, cool. Next up, we have Madagascar 2. Does it have any cast information on here? Oh, hold on. There's the cast information. I recognize the names of Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and Cedric the Entertainer on the back of here, as well as Andy Richter. And Jada Pinkett Smith. Is that Will Smith's wife? I think. Anyway. Next up, we have Madagascar 2 Escape to Africa. They use the number 2 for escaping to Africa instead of TO, like going to somewhere. Let's see, cast information on here. Doesn't show any voice cast information on this one. Okay. This one's still PG, like I stated before, and is 89 minutes long. Came out in 2008. Fun stuff. Next up is Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. This one came out in 2012 and is 93 minutes long. And as stated before, this one is also PG. So, and these next 2 are technically not rated, but they would fall under TV PG because they're from TV associated with Madagascar, and that's Merry Madagascar, one of the 2 Christmas specials that I have for Madagascar stuff. And this one is technically not rated and 22 minutes long and came out in 2009. Oh, sorry, I gotta put that one before the 3rd one, but I'll just keep the trilogy together and keep these 2 separate. Next up, we have Party with the Penguins, a Penguins of Madagascar Christmas special. This one is 12 minutes. Not rated and came out in 2009 as well. Okay then. All right, here we go. Next up, we have the Penguins of Madagascar, or just, I guess it's just Penguins of Madagascar. The Penguins would make more sense, but anyway. Penguins of Madagascar. There we go. This one came out in 2014, is PG and 92 minutes long. Voice cast. I don't see any cast information here. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Next up, we have a Blu-ray of the original, what was it, 1900 or 1960s or something? 1960 Magnificent Seven. Oh, it says on the back of this, 1960s. Duh. Silly me. Okay then. It is not rated. It has a Canadian PG rating, if that's any indication as to the content here. And it is 128 minutes long. As stated already, it came out in 1960. And I don't recognize any of these names on the back of here. So, yeah, we'll just go like that. And then we have a Magnificent Seven collection. This has that Magnificent Seven movie that we just covered on Blu-ray, but there's a DVD right here. So we already talked about this one. This one still says it's not rated. So it's consistent with what it said before. And then we have Return of the Magnificent Seven. This one is also not rated. It came out in 1966 and is 96 minutes long. And I still don't recognize any of the names on the back of here. So yeah. Next up, we have Guns of the Magnificent Seven. And this one is rated G. Came out in 1969 and is 106 minutes long. I don't recognize any of the names on the back of here. But yeah, there's that. Here's the back of the case. These are all the little skinny cases that I pointed out liking a little bit ago. And then we have the Magnificent Seven Ride. This one is PG. Came out in 1972 and is 100 minutes long. And I still don't recognize any of the names listed on the back of here. So there we go. Here's what the back of the box set here looks like. Has the rating information and whatnot. Very cool. And then we have the Magnificent Seven. This is the remake version. This has Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke, Chris Pratt, Vincent D'Onofrio, Peter Sarsgaard. So I recognize quite a few names on the back of this one. And this one I also have a DVD of, but I got rid of the DVD case in favor of this Blu-ray one. Even though it's a Blu-ray digital, I probably should have kept the DVD case as well, but that's fine. This one is PG-13. Came out in, I think, 2016 and is 133 minutes long. Right here. Next up, we have Man on a Ledge with Sam Worthington, Elizabeth Banks, Jamie Bell, Anthony Mackie, and Ed Harris's names being the ones that I recognize out of the 6 on the front. I recognize 5 of them. That's not too bad. Are there other names listed on the back that I might recognize? No. Okay. This one is PG-13. Came out in, looks like 2012, and is 102 minutes long. Yeah, there we go. I probably am going to go ahead and talk about this next stack in this video because we're only at like 16 minutes and there's only 2 left on this particular stack that we're on right now. Next up, we have March of the Penguins, as told by Morgan Freeman. So yeah, this one is rated G, 80 minutes long. I'm not the biggest National Geographic guy, and this is one of the National Geographic things. So it's okay. I'll check it out at some point. Next up, we have The Martian Extended Edition 4K Blu-ray combo. I also have a DVD and a pre-existing Blu-ray Blu-ray Extended Edition that a Blu-ray and a Blu-ray bonus disc. This one has the 4K, the Blu-ray, and a Blu-ray bonus disc as well. Yeah. Does it show what both runtimes are? Good. Does it show any runtime information? Okay, it does have runtime information. So theatrical cut is 141 minutes, and the extended cut is 151 minutes. So it added 10 minutes on there, it looks like. And this is such a great movie. Very funny at times. Basically, the way you could sum this movie up is anything that could have gone wrong to his character and other characters in the movie did go wrong. That's how you could sum up this movie, and it's hilarious. I love it. I love the movie. All right. Next stack. Next up, we have The Mask from Zero to Hero. Apparently, there's a third one coming out soon, which is exciting. This one is PG-13. Not sure when it came out because it's in Roman numerals. So, Roman numerals. That's not helpful for me. I don't know how to read Roman numerals beyond like 12. But it is 97 minutes long. At least that's in regular English. And we have in this Jim Carrey, Cameron Diaz. Well, those are the 2 names that I recognize on the back of here. Okay then. Moving on. Next up, we have Son of the Mask. This one's my favorite of the 2 because this one's more like it seems even zanier and more fun than the original did. I really look forward to see what they're going to do with The Mask 3. This one is PG, 86 minutes long, and as far as the cast information is concerned, the only 2 names that I recognize here are Bob Hoskins and Alan Cumming, and they play Loki for Alan Cumming and Bob Hoskins is Odin in this. So yeah, lots of fun. And that one was harder to track down than the original, which is a little bit annoying because I like Son of the Mask a lot. Why can I not find this movie? And I was really happy when I finally found it. It's like, yes, hallelujah. Okay, next up we have The Mask of Zorro. This is, I think, just a Blu-ray. Is it a Blu-ray DVD combo? No, just Blu-ray. I had a pre-existing 2-disc DVD, and it does have a design on the inside, which is cool. But yeah, this one is PG-13. We got Catherine Zeta-Jones, as well as Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins. All right. Let's see. Did I say time yet? I don't think so. So PG-13 came out in 1998 and is 137 minutes long. So good movie, good movie. Next up, we have Legend of Zorro with Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones reprising their roles from the previous one. I don't think Anthony Hopkins is still in this one, but I could be wrong. This one is PG. Came out in 2007 or 2005, my bad, and is 130 minutes long. And Rufus Sewell is in this one. I recognize his name from something else. Does this one have a design on the inside? It does. And here's the design that's on the inside. This one was also a standalone Blu-ray, it looks like. Cool. I do have both of those dual formatted, though. I have Blu-rays and DVDs for both. And still plastic wrap on these. I'll worry about that later. Next up, we have Matchstick Men with Nicolas Cage, and Sam Rockwell, and Alison Lohman. Who else is in this one with them? There's the three names that I recognize. Okay, then. Also has a soundtrack. That's interesting. So I'm going to have to mention more runtimes than just the movie itself. Runtime. Unless the soundtrack disc wasn't on here. Wasn't in here, which I think it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's see. PG-13 came out in 2004, 116 minutes for the movie itself. And for the soundtrack, we have 22 songs. We have The Good Life, which is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Flim Flam, which is 12 seconds. Wow, they took up whole space for 12 seconds. Ichi Ni-san, which is 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Matchstick Men, that's the name of the movie. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Weird is Good, 6 minutes and 42 seconds. The Lonely Bull, which is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Ticks and Twitches, 2 minutes 48 seconds. I Have a Daughter, 1 minute and 6 seconds. Swedish Rhapsody, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Keep the Change, 1 minute and 24 seconds. Nosy Parker, 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Leaning on a Lamppost, 3 minutes even. Pool Lights, 54 seconds. Pygmies, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Charmaine, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Roy's Rules, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Carpentera, 2 minutes 26 seconds. Shame on You, 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Tuna Fish and Cigarettes, 1 minute 55 seconds. No More Pills, 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Tijuana Taxi, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. The Banker's Waltz, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And that's all the songs there. Okay. Next up, we have Material Girls with Hillary and Haley Duff and Angelica Houston. I don't recognize any of the other names listed on the back of here. This one is PG. Came out in 2006 and is 98 minutes long. Moving on. Next up, we have the original Matilda with Danny DeVito and others. This is the only name that I recognize. On the front, at least. On the back, Danny DeVito is the only name that I recognize still. Okay, then. Music by David Newman, I recognize his name. Yeah, this one is PG. Came out in 1996 and is 98 minutes long. Next up, we have The Maze Runner. This is part 1. It's a trilogy. So Maze Runner 1. We have, here we go, back. This one is PG-13. Came out in 2014 and is 113 minutes long. As far as the cast is concerned, we have Dylan O'Brien, and his is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. I recognize this actor, but I don't know his name. So yeah. Next up, we have the Maze Runner 2, the Scorched Trials. This one is also PG-13. Came out in 2015 and is 129 minutes long. And Dylan O'Brien's name is still the only one that I recognize on the back of here. And yeah. Next up, we have Maze Runner 3, The Death Cure. Still only recognize the one name on here. This one's PG-13 as well. Came out in 2017, it looks like, and is 86 minutes long. I think that makes it the shortest of the bunch, doesn't it? Yep, sure does. All right. Next up, we have Me Before You with Amelia Clark, my bad, and Sam Claflin. I'm not probably mispronouncing his name, but let's see. There's the only two names that I recognize on here. It's PG-13. Came out in 2016 and is 110 minutes long. Here's the back of the case. And next up, we have Mean Girls 1 with Lindsay Lohan and Tina Fey. Rachel McAdams is also in here. So is Amy Poehler. Probably mispronouncing her name. Poehler. I recognize her name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So there we go. This one's PG-13. Came out in 2004 and is 96 minutes long. Right here. And one that I showed yesterday and talked about a little bit already is Mean Girls 2, because I got it in my haul video yesterday, or for my haul video, I should say. As far as the cast is concerned, let's see. This one's PG-13 as well. Came out in 2011. It's 96 minutes long. As far as the cast is concerned, I don't recognize any of the names listed on the back of this for this one. That's weird. It says 2010 and 2011. The DVD must have come out in 2011. It must have hit theaters in 2010, something like that. There's still a remake that I want to try and get, the Mean Girls remake. And yeah, next up we have Meet the Parents, which I have 2 copies of. We'll get to the other one in a second. This one has Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller in it. And who else is in here? There's the 2 names that I recognize. Okie dokie then. It's PG-13. All 3 of them are. Came out in 2000 and is an hour and 48 minutes long. So yeah, really funny movie. I was laughing a lot. And then we have Meet the Parents, Meet the Folkers. I purposely mispronounce it because it sounds like I'm cursing otherwise. And Little Folkers. It still kind of sounds like I'm cursing when I say it like that, but you can clearly see that that is not a curse word right there. Either time. So we already talked about the first one. Oh, Owen Wilson's in the first one as well. My bad. His name wasn't listed on the other case, I don't think. Owen Wilson. Oh, it was. Oops, my bad. I do, in fact, know who Owen Wilson is. I like a lot of his stuff. I didn't see his name on there the first time I looked at it. My bad. Dustin Hoffman is also in the second one. I think Owen Wilson reprises his role in here as well. And then in the third one, oh, by the way, the second one came out in 2004, the third one in 2010. And the third one has Jessica Alba added to the cast. And Owen Wilson shows up again. Cool. And the second one is an hour 56 minutes, and the third one is an hour 38 minutes. Really funny trilogy. I like all 3 of those. Next up, we have the Men in Black trilogy. I have DVDs and Blu-rays for it. I want to try and get the 4Ks. The first one came out in 1997. All 4 of these are PG-13. I'll get to the 4th one in a second. But the first one here is 98 minutes long. Came out in 1997. PG-13, like I already stated. I have Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, Vincent D'Onofrio. I forgot he was in this one. Music by Danny Elfman, and I want to say that Emma Thompson is in it. I think she's in one of them. I think at least. Yeah, she's in the third one. My bad. So not in this one yet, I guess. Maybe. And anyways, nothing on the inside. Like no images or anything on the inside. Men in Black 2 has much of the same returning cast. Johnny Knoxville joins the mix, and so does Rosario Dawson. The second one came out in 2002. Men in Black 3 came out in 2012 and has Josh Brolin playing a younger version of Tommy Lee Jones's character, which is a fun dynamic. They act very, very similar in the movie, and if I didn't know that it was Josh Brolin, I would have been like, oh, they just de-aged Tommy Lee Jones. That the performance is that spot on for both of them acting the same. Like mannerisms and whatnot are that similar. And those are the names that I recognize for the third one. in addition to Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones being all three as well. And then we have Men in Black 4 or Men in Black International with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, and as well as Liam Neeson and looks like Glenn Close. Or is that Emma Thompson again? I think it's Emma Thompson. Okay. Okay. This one's still PG-13. I have I think technically three copies of this because I got a DVD and then a Blu-ray DVD combo. I also want to get the 4K Blu-ray combo. It's 115 minutes long and came out in looks like 2019. So yeah. Just a fun franchise. Yeah. Next up, we have The Little Mermaid: Ariel's Beginning, a prequel to the original movie. Right here. Yeah. This one is rated G, came out in 2008, and is 77 minutes long. Let's see. I think it has the original voices for Ariel and Sebastian with Jodie Benson and Samuel E. Wright. Those are the two names that I recognize, though. As those are the only two names that it has the actors portraying them in listed. So there we go. Pretty easy to recognize the only names listed. Sometimes. Then I have two Blu-ray DVD combos for the original Little Mermaid movie. One is the Diamond Edition and one is the Disney 100 version. Both are rated G, obviously, because they're the same movies. Both are 83 minutes long. Let's see, notes. This Blu-ray came out in 2010. This one came out in 2023. I don't remember when the movie itself came out. I want to say like, let's see, because what would the Diamond Edition of something be? Diamond Anniversary. I'm not sure. Let's see if I get more information by looking in the case itself about when it originally came out. I want to say it was like the 1970s, maybe the 80s. But I don't know for sure off the top of my head here. Yeah, this isn't saying, isn't answering my question. Darn. Yeah, I want to say it's like the 70s or 80s. But great classic movie. No cast information listed on the Diamond Edition packaging. We'll see if that changes for the Disney 100 version. This one has different designs on the front and back of the cases. Interesting. Still not seeing any cast information listed here. Although apparently this one's the 30th anniversary, which it says that on the Blu-ray case itself it says 2019. So if that's the 30th anniversary, I believe that would put the original release at 1989. if I'm not mistaken. So there we go. I do have the other two Little Mermaid movies, Little Mermaid 2 and the live action remake, but they're not going to be in this video with these stacks. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.